Hey everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So yeah, just a quick recap from today's workshop. First of all, I actually hope everybody's doing really well, and the meditation is going great. You've been learning a lot because that's the whole point of this, to learn. And if it's been going really well, I would suggest you share it with somebody else, talk about it with somebody else, because that's the best way to learn, is not only to hear it, but then talk about it and share that information with somebody.
It helps solidify it.
Absolutely. So I hope the practice has been going well and you're gaining something from it. We'd love to hear. You can always email if you have any questions, and if you have any cool stories or anything you want to just discuss there. To recap, today's topic was emotional stacking. So to run through it real quick, emotional stacking, we've all been experienced this before. Typically, it actually happens lots in the on the negative side. So a great example of emotional stacking, to paint a scenario: you wake up late for work, your alarm's, or you miss your alarm, you wake up late, you're panicking, you start getting ready really quickly, so right there you're already kind of panicking, you spill your coffee. Okay, so of course now you're panicking more. You're driving to work, somebody cuts you off, you freak out because they cut you off and you're on your way to work and you got to get there on time. So now you're just getting a little more annoyed and it's turning into it's a bad day now. And then you get to work and you hear an email, you get an email from somebody, you get a phone call, and you just unload and you're just angry and annoyed and whatever on this person that, really the scenario wasn't that bad. Mm-hmm. So that's a great example of emotional stacking. You have these scenarios that are happening and they just kind of piling up, and you're feeling rushed, and then you're feeling tense, and now you're feeling annoyed, and now you're feeling angry. And you can see it's building up. We've all been there before, where you blow up on somebody. Unfortunately, I've been there before, and we all have been guilty, where you get angry at somebody for something that really, you weren't really angry with them, but you were angry about all these other things, and that was just kind of the last thing. So on the flip side, you can have the opposite, which is super cool. So you can stack these positive emotions one on top of each other to have really amazing results, and just to prep yourself for an amazing day. Not only just to start your day, but during your meditations, you can do this. And that's what this whole meditation this week is about, is to actually prep yourself for these, for when you are meditating and you are looking at these goals and these things you want to work on. You're in this peak state, you're in this high energy state of feeling joy, of feeling free, of feeling love, of feeling, all these good things. To kind of add some context to this, they did a study recently, just showing how our environment can prep us to feel certain things. So this company hired 100 actors, and they split the actors into two groups, and they had these actors go to the park and have a coffee in their hand and a phone, and they would kind of stand next to some stranger, and their phone would go off, and they would, oh hey, can you tell the stranger, hey, can you hold my drink for a second? While they quickly looked at their phone, and the stranger, okay, hold their coffee for a minute, quickly on their phone, cool, okay, thank you so much, and then left. And then 20 minutes later, there would somebody come by with like a clipboard, and they'd be, hey, look, I'll give you $20 if you read this story, and just give us your feedback on what you think this, it's a short story, then, what you think your feedback is on this main character. And so they did this to, 100 times, two groups, right? And what they did though is, with those actors, they split them into two groups, and 50 of them were holding a hot drink and 50 of them were holding a cold drink. Well, when they got the results back from the people that were given the cold drink, 81% of them, after reading this story, the story that came 20 minutes later, 81% of them thought the main character was cold and mean. Which is so fascinating, because they were holding a cold drink, so they're just prepped for that. They're primed, and they kind of already had that emotional stacking and from their environment. So we are affected by our environment. On the flip side, the other side of the group was given a hot drink. And 80% of the people that they were polled after thought that the main character was warm and kind and loving, even though the story was the exact same. So again, reinforcing that our environment can play a huge role in how we're feeling emotionally. And what our job is to do is be really aware of that as best we can, and not go into scenarios, carrying that baggage and carrying those emotions from previous scenarios. So
Which is very freeing.
yeah, absolutely very freeing. And it's, the whole point of that there is you're taking your power back, right? If you're pointing the finger and, oh, this happened to me and this happened to me and this happened to me, you're giving all them your power. Well, by doing this, you're kind of taking your own power back in your own hands. So with the point with the, that first story I talked about was that, if you had that same scenario where you woke up late, or let's say, you flip things and you just had a better mindset. Let's say you woke up on time and, you're driving into work and they're playing your favorite song. You hit all green lights and you get that same email or that same call where somebody's angry and upset. You're not going to be freaking out nearly as much because you've already been having a good day. So you're primed for that. Mm-hmm. So just to give you an idea of what that's like and what that could look like day to day. So when we're doing these meditations, the idea is that we're going to be getting, recalling memories that have been in your life that have been powerful. Ones that it could be little or small, but ones you just remember really well, and to bring up those emotions again. Mm-hmm. So I know when I do this, I do these ones quite often, and I think of our wedding day. Mm-hmm. Right? It was a beautiful day. Mm-hmm. All the fun that we had. And again, that was a big day. Mm-hmm. I think about, a few times we've just spent on the beach and it's just been us just hanging out and just really just being together. I think about, times when we're at the park with the dogs and the kids and it's just a sunny day and we're throwing the football and it's little, but
sometimes it's like if you're a sports person, sometimes it's literally, I remember playing a game of flag football in this tournament and I read a play. I was on D and I read a play. And I stepped out of where I was defending, but I knew where this ball was being thrown, and I smacked it down. That's one of my moments of gratitude because it was really cool.
It's fun. So again, it's a little thing, but it brings up those emotions again, which now when you're bringing those, high emotions and those higher energy states into your meditation, and I mean energy isn't moving around, but like you're just mentally, you're feeling a lot better, those higher emotions. Now when you're going into your meditation, you're coming at it with just such a better place of love, and really just setting you up to be able to see those things so much more clearly. And when you're finished your meditation, you're in a position where, again, you're just feeling so, feeling so grateful, so filled with love, so filled with joy and happiness, and really able to just take things on that normally would throw you off track. So I hope this helps. I really hope you learn from this. And again, just practice it. If you're just listening to this right now, practice it. Just take a moment, take 20 seconds or a minute, and take 20 seconds to think of 3 different scenarios where you just really amazing scenarios in your life that where you feel the joy and love and excitement and happiness or romance or sensuality, and think about them and just see how you feel after. You can change your day just like that. And it's so amazing. It's so easy to do. So thanks so much for listening. I appreciate you tuning into this, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.